Well, hello folks. Welcome to Deep River Farm. I appreciate you joining me here on this snowy, cold day. Well, folks, we've had a lot of people commenting and asking about the evictions that took place. I tell you what, folks, that's what you call just unhumanitarian, wouldn't you say? Evicting people that has lost everything they had, the only thing they can call home, the only place they can stay warm, the only place they can get out of the elements, the only place that they've been able to store and accumulate what little bit of items that they've got, been able to, have clothing, whatever. And then to have that ripped right out from under your feet. Ain't that something, folks? Well, we're hoping that we can get some more follow-up information on that. And if you noticed, the last two videos have been censored heavily. Wonder why? It don't fit the narrative, folks. It don't fit their agenda. It makes them all look bad. Well, big deal. If you don't want to look bad, you shouldn't work. You shouldn't do what you're doing. Correct? That's correct. That goes with anything, folks. We're coming in here to get the chickens out. Man, it's cold. Sitting at 18 degrees, folks, here on the farm. Get the chickens out, opened up here. We keep the doors shut and boarded up at night. That way, we don't have to worry about a possum or a raccoon getting in here and possibly doing a little damage. So we don't want that to happen. Hello, Ricky. Hello, Sammy. How y'all doing? Y'all doing all right this morning? Cold, ain't it? I'm gonna tell you what, it's flat out cold. Let's see if we can get a little look at the chickens here this morning. There's Ricky. There's Sammy down there on the floor. No? What's the matter with you? I hear you. Y'all been having to stay in the coop for the last week almost, hadn't you? All this snow and ice, y'all don't want to get out and venture much. Water's froze, we got to get y'all some water in here. Let's work on that. What do you think, Ricky? So, folks, a little follow-up about that. The reports are now being reported from WLOS News out of Asheville. The Helene Survivors Committee is holding a press conference in Asheville, claiming people are facing evictions, ending a program early, according to the committee's release. Ain't that something, folks? Absolutely crazy. Well, folks, I've also found another news article that is confirming the same thing. ABC 11 titled Hurricane Helene victims say FEMA is pushing residents out of their temporary North Carolina homes abruptly. So these are families that were impacted by Hurricane Helene are being forced out of FEMA provided homes. FEMA's direct housing assistance programs provides rent-free housing for 18 months after the storm, but residents are now receiving sudden eviction notices. Ain't that something, folks? And here we got a storm. Look in the background here. We got a snowstorm coming. It's here. We're having it. It's been snowing lightly all night here, and it's supposed to snow throughout today and tonight. And FEMA has kicked out residents out of temporary housing. The temperature is 18 degrees. And we're not in the high elevations of McDowell County. Ain't this something, folks? What kind of a tyranny government would allow or even do this? Why is the state of North Carolina, Josh Stein, you're supposed to be the governor. You're supposed to uphold the North Carolina Constitution and the Constitution of the United States, and you letting this go on from a bunch of radicals, kicking people out, making them homeless that's already lost everything? Where is your dignity? Where is your character? Why are you not doing something about it? And you say you're for the people. Is any politician for the people, or are they all there for themselves? I don't know. I ain't heard the government being shut down. And if they did, you know, they always lay off or whatever they do with these non-essential employees. Well, my question is this. If they're non-essential, why do they have a job to start with? Why are they on a payroll and being non-essential? Well, when it comes to Western North Carolina, folks, you know, there's another 535 people in Washington. I don't know how many they are in the state legislature branches of the North Carolina government, in the House and the Senate, and then you've got your higher up electors. You know, they're non-essential too. You know why they're non-essential? They ain't done nothing for Western North Carolina when it comes to humanitarian aid and helping these people rebuild. So they're non-essential, so their pay needs to be cut off as well. And then their jobs need to be reevaluated, because if they're non-essential and are in a position getting paid, they shouldn't exist anyway. They need to be gone. I hope all you people are taking notes out there on who your representatives are, because there ain't none of them done anything. They'll sit up there and bump their gums about it, but there ain't none of them been out here helping do nothing, I can tell you that. They're all useless, if you ask me. And we've got a plan that we're getting ready to put into place, and it's gonna be something big, and I think it's gonna humiliate the entire U.S. government in the state of North Carolina. That's our plan. Well, hello, folks. Thank you for joining us today on Deep River Farm. As you can tell, we're getting it. Temperature's 18 degrees, snowing. Been snowing pretty much most of the night. It was very fine. Not much accumulation overnight, but during the day here, the snow has gotten bigger. The flakes have. We're starting to get some accumulation now. Getting pretty good. Visibility is about a half a mile. Very little wind right now. We were expecting high winds with this thing, but hadn't had those yet. But folks, just think about something. Think about the heavy snowfall up in the mountains. Think about those folks that were just evicted by Foxtrot Echo Mike Alpha into a situation of homelessness just this week. Think about those that are in the tents with the heavy snow, the frozen zippers, the campers that are sweating, the doors that are freezing shut, the tiny sheds, the lack of storage for food, possible food cans and things outside under the sheds, under the campers, in coolers that are frozen solid that'll have to be unthawed before they can even be taken out of the cans and eaten. Folks, it's a bad situation up there, and it's not getting any better. It's getting worse, and we're not getting any help. And I tell you, folks, just need to be in prayer for these people. That, telling you, folks, it's bad, bad, bad. We got this propane issue we've talked about briefly. I haven't been able to get any more word on it, but I'm telling you, folks, their situation is dire, and we need to get some help up there. and we needed it yesterday, and the week before that, and 2 months before that, and almost a year prior to that. But that help is yet to arrive. Roads are getting repaved, and the bigger bridges and main road bridges are getting redone. But the private bridges is another obstacle that's not coming through. There's too many roadblocks, too many permits, too many inspections, too much of a headache. They're jacking the cost up on it, and people can't afford it. And this not only just feeds individuals' homes, it's some of them are multi-family that are involved in this, that can't access their homes. Yet they're expected to pay the property tax. And with property tax comes the expectation of being able to receive emergency medical services such as fire trucks, and ambulances. So folks, these people are paying taxes on services they can't receive, and that's taxation without representation. And then on top of it, contracts are being done away with by Foxtrot Echo Mike Alpha 60 days prior than the what the contract called for, March 29th, and being evicted into the snow and nowhere to go. And a lot of them said, we don't have any transportation. That was washed away too. So I guess these counties, McDowell County is where this one happened that we know of, that is now being reported on ABC 11 News and WLOS Channel 13 News. This information is now out there for you folks to see. And we reported on this a night or two ago about it, and but it is true. It's out there, and you can see it if you want to look it up. But it's bad news, and these people are in bad shape up there. And you just can't make this stuff up, folks, and it just continues to get worse and worse as we believe, many starting to believe, this is nothing more than a ploy to get to their land. Brother Bud said he was already at 5 to 6 inches of snow in the southern mountains. Can you imagine what they are up near the middle part of the state in the mountains, or up in the northern part up there where all the flooding, the flooding took place, folks, 11,000 square miles. 11,000 square miles. And it's a bad situation. 6,000 miles of debris, over 6,000. And 127,000 homes damaged or destroyed. And now the ones that are in the FEMA housing are being kicked out. It's just unbelievable, folks. Unbelievable. Look at the snow falling around me. And it's cold. Anywhere from 12 degrees in the upper elevations to 16 degrees. We're sitting at 18 right now with heavy snowfall. Luckily, there's no wind accompanying this. So, folks, we just wanted to bring this to you, and just think, there's people in tents and campers and sheds, some people in their barns, under tents with hay bales stacked around them, using a buddy heater to stay warm, and a propane tank, 20-pound propane tanks. And the propane is running out, and we can't get any. And when we can get it, it's sporadic. And the supply just suddenly come to a roaring halt and is being restricted, not by Prince Propane, by no means. It's the supplier that supplies Prince that is not being able to get the propane. We don't know if it's demand of the propane nationwide or what the problem is. But this could be a terrible, terrible situation that is a brewing here. Here they come, plowing away. Wasting money. It ain't time to do that yet. It's still coming down. Well, folks, we got a lot of snow now. It's getting deeper and deeper out here. A lot of snow coming down. Pretty fine. Coming out here to get the chickens and the quail some water. It's all froze up. We set to 16 degrees, folks. A lot of snow. So we gotta take care of our livestock. You gotta look after them really close whenever you get into situations like this, so that they don't die of dehydration and things like that. So that's what we're doing. Well, hello, Rudy. What are you doing under the quail pen, buddy? You hiding out under there. You staying dry? You picking up some crumbs that's coming out of the quail feeders? Is that what you're doing? Is that the object there? You're pretty smart, ain't you, buddy? Well, we're gonna get the quail some water, and then we're gonna get you some water. What do you think, buddy? You got anything to say for us? Just too cold, ain't it? Cold, cold. Oh, Ricky and Sammy, they hanging in here. No? Better get you some water, boys. We just got it out here. It'll be froze up in about 30 minutes, so you better get you some water. And then we'll have to come back and give you some more right time to close up. Y'all hanging tight, ain't you? Huh? Staying huddled. It's cold, ain't it? I hear you. Outside of the chickens crowing, folks, it's mighty quiet. Mighty quiet. And look who's out here. Old Rudy. Taking the old high steps, ain't you, buddy? Your feet's gonna get cold. They gonna get cold, buddy. You need to get on back in the pen where it's warm. You hear? Come on, let's get on in the pen. You want some corn? You want some corn? I'll get you some corn. That'll get you in the pen. Let me go get you some corn. I don't want you to get your feet frostbit. Well, folks, one thing about it, with the snow now, we can actually walk. It's on top of the ice that didn't melt, so we can actually walk on the snow now. I'm down here by the river. I wanted you folks to see the river. And it's foggy over the river. Real foggy. Going out across there. But I'm gonna tell you what, it's coming down. The wind was blowing pretty good. It's let up now, thank goodness. We don't need all this wind. That hand's pretty cold. Let's switch over. We're gonna walk back up toward the chicken coop and head back up toward the house. It's 16 degrees, folks. I tell you what, I tell you, it's old chickens, they don't like this. They in the coop, sitting on the roost, huddled together. Now, if it was on down in the single digits, I'd turn some heat on in there for them, but Ag office says you don't need it as long as there's no wind in the coop. They are like a down sleeping bag. They can muster all their heat as long as they're fed well. And them feathers keep them just warm as toast. Mighty cold though. Saw one of my friends, he said, he's a plumber. He said, I said, I bet y'all busy. He said, oh yeah. He said, people's are calling left and right with froze pipes. I'm just thankful we ain't had any. Just the water in the goat pen. But we got it undone. So that was fortunate. But it's coming down, folks. It's coming down. We're gonna get back in here where it's warm. Folks, when this is over with, we're gonna need some restocking in the relief centers. There was a massive run again prior to this storm to get all the food they could get and propane. Brother Bud said a while ago 5 to 6 is what they were currently having at the southern part of Asheville there in Flat Rock. We're about there now, ain't far from it. It was coming from his direction, so we ain't far from what he's got. So we just need to check the mail. Don't look like they've been here, but I need to check it. Awful cold. I don't believe there's too many people doing any kind of work today, especially outside work. Yeah. Whew. Awful cold, awful cold. I hear the wind getting up. Old pines is swaying there in front of me. Yeah. Yeah, we ain't had no mail. Ain't there been no mail service. Awful cold. Well, folks, I'm gonna get back in where it's warm. Wake Forest and State's playing this morning in Winston-Salem. So got to watch my team play, root them on. Hopefully they'll pull the win out. They got a pretty good team this year. One of the best they've had. But the level of competition's got so good that these folks, they train year-round now for this stuff. Got a whole lot more advantages in getting recruited and stuff than they did 10 years ago. Well, folks, we're getting ready to go up, close the chickens up. They've been probably stayed in the coop all day. The snow is deep now. It's probably, I don't know, when I walk, it's up close to the top of my cowboy boots. If that tells you anything. In places, we got a lot of high wind blowing now. So it's blowing the snow around. We're getting some drifts here, 12, 18 inches deep. But you got to be careful where you walk, step in a drift, it'll go over the top of your boots. So, telling you folks, it's very brutal out here now. I'm just thinking of the people that are in the inadequate housing, especially those that's in a tent. And then my mind goes back to what happened to those people that was evicted this week from Foxtrot Echo Mike Alpha under threat of a $3,000 a month bill. Who gives them the right to go after $3,000? Is that extortion? That's what that sounds like to me, extortion. There was a contract till March 29th, and then they're breaking it 60 days early under threat of payment to individuals who don't even have transportation. That just burns me up. This morning on the last call, folks, the last call with BJ Edwards, he had me on this morning, and we talked about this very thing, and they were unaware of it and couldn't believe it. But hey, it's like I told him, you can't make this stuff up. It just keeps getting worse and worse for these people in Western North Carolina. And you know, where does it end? And Norm said on the program this morning that several of you have emailed armyfornc@gmail.com, and he said he's wanting to build that list up to 500. If we can get 500 of you folks to just go in and go after this email and send this letter. It's already wrote, folks. It's a pre-wrote letter, or you can download it and change it into whatever you want it to say. So if you don't want to do anything but sign it, just access the armyfornc@gmail.com. He'll send you these letters. You can download them and print them off, mail them, or whatever you want to do. Email them. You can copy and paste them in an email. However you want to do this, but we need to get these letters there so we can be heard. Well, folks, while you're sitting around your fireplace tonight, your wood stove, whatever it may be, we're absolutely covered up with snow here. It's come down. We pushing 8 inches, I'd say. You know, we've had a lot of wind, and with the wind, we've had I guess they call them drifts. There's a lot of places it's just level across here, and I know good and well these ditches and things. But we're sitting at 16 degrees right now. The snow, folks, is just about up to the top of your boots. There's a lot to it. Now we're gonna come over here and try to get our chickens put up right quick, and I'm hoping they went on in the coop today and just pretty much stayed in there. Now Rudy, he walked around, piddled around out here quite a bit and everything, but I mean, there's a lot of snow here, folks. But while you're sitting around the fireplace and the wood stove and them gas logs and sitting in the warmth of your home, folks, just remember these people that are in tents. My goodness, can you imagine? I was checking a while ago, 12 degrees in relief. It was 16 in Weaverville, about like it is here, just cold as ice. Everything's froze, deep snow, and we've had some wind accompanying this. But while you're sitting there, folks, if you can, we'd like for you to look at these relief centers. These folks they're gonna be hungry, folks, by the time they're able to come back to go to these relief centers. They're gonna be hungry. And folks, there just ain't a whole lot of, I guess you'd say, hope in these people up there right now, because they know that this can't go on forever. And they just having a time. But folks, can you just think about how they feel? They ain't had nothing but support from the churches and individuals sending in stuff to these relief centers. And what's strange is like one feller said, I fought for this country. I got wounded in Vietnam, and when I come back home, they belittled me, and they said that it was a waste. And he said, Now this has happened, and he said, once again, we're forgotten. We don't mean anything, and they want to write us off. He said, this is the same way the troops felt when they come back from Vietnam. Man, what an assumption, folks. Man speaking from experience there. It's a crying shame, ain't it? He said the only time the government wants anything to do with you is when you owe them money. I said, yeah, that's about right. And you can better believe, folks, they'll make sure that the government, even though it's shut down, you can better believe that arm of the government will be opened. If they don't stay open, they'll be opened back up to collect your money, to be able to send it overseas to people we hate, fund all of these fraudulent daycares like they got going out of Minnesota. They can't embezzle it, folks, if it ain't there. So they're going to make sure that arm of the government's open. I can assure all of you of that.